Hey, it's time to crank up the truth. I'm Val Selby, and over the decades of working online, I've learned a most important lesson. Mindset owns your business. If procrastination, imposter syndrome, and a lack of focus have been blocking your biz, then I'm here with Val Full Volume, ready to help you see choices that you're making. Get ready to own your personality and use your expertise to create the business of your dreams. Now is the time to make changes and live your best life. So let's get to it. Hello. I am so glad you are here for another episode with me. It was hard to do the recording. It was scheduled for today. Usually when I'm low energy, I don't record. I don't want to do anything, right? I mean, do you want to do anything when you're low energy? I mean, not at all. It's part of the reason why we work for ourselves, so we can change our schedule. But today, for one, it really needed to get done today. And for another, it dawned on me I'm low energy, and it would be something that would be really good to talk with you about, because there's days you're low energy, right? So it's almost like I'm having my own coaching session in my head. I guess that's almost every podcast episode, isn't it? But I just thought I'd bring it to you and see if any of the bullshit flowing through and how I'm working through it will possibly assist you. If you've been on my list, you know that I've been talking for quite a bit in the last week or so about the bullshit other people are telling us, whether it is people in our lives or other coaches. And I think I went a little too deep into it, because now all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I remember when this person said this. And I think that I ended up going back into old feelings. And that's super easy to do, because right now there's a lot of great things going on, and there's a lot of transitions happening, and I'm aware that there's even more transitions that are going to be happening and decisions that are going to be made. And it's not so much the decisions, because every decision that I have in front of me is amazing and going to be good times and fun, and just shit's just going to blow up, and it's awesome. But it means that I'm going to have to let some stuff go that, previously I was passionate about. And I do know, I mean, gosh, what's today? Tuesday, the 31st is when this episode's airing. I am quite literally 4 days from my 50th birthday. In fact, tomorrow I'm leaving on a jet plane. And so all of this is just like all really super hyper condensed, right? It's just an intense time. Totally. It's just an absolute intense time for so many personal and business reasons. I'm hitting my 50th birthday. We're not going to go into birthday thing here, but this will be the 6th anniversary of my father-in-law's death. Yep, he died on my birthday. This is the 5-year anniversary of me deciding that my birthday matters to me, and I will make my birthday special. Like I said, that's a whole nother, in fact, I have a podcast all about being the birthday martyr and that transition, not on Val Full Volume, but on my previous podcast, Your Bold Life. So I'm not going to go into that, but this is all there. Then we have the fact that the 28th was the first anniversary of what I called my dad's rebirth. So last year in January, he should have died yet again and I say this jokingly, but my dad's a Vietnam vet. He should have died twice in Vietnam and didn't. One of the battles he was in, you can read about it online. I could even post it to you. If you want to converse with me, I'm not going to put it in the show notes, but if you wanted to converse with me privately, we could totally do that. But, he should have died twice over there before I was even born. he should have died twice here. He almost bled out from ulcers. And then here he's had a heart attack. So, I don't take it lightly. However, it's just something that you have to roll with here he is again, beaten death. But it is in my face since he's going to be 75 in May. I'm super thankful for all of the days that I've gotten with him since, right? And that's how we have addressed it. I was thankful for the other days as well, but now it's like, with his age and the fact that he didn't need to do the surgery and blah, 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 you're getting a lot of information, right? The fact that he did choose to do one of the most painful surgeries you can get, open heart surgery, full meal deal there, quad bypass. I was thankful for that, right? So I have been thankful. So of course it's like, I'm in it. I am in it right now with the personal emotions. A year ago, I wasn't getting anything done. Nothing done. I gave myself grace and I just went, I can't. With COVID, we couldn't even go see him. So I didn't see him for over a week. I don't think I saw him for over 2 weeks because I wanted to make sure I wasn't bringing anything to him even when he got home and was recovering. So it was a lot, right? That's a lot. And we deal with the loss of my father-in-law. That's a lot. And we deal with, here's Val, I'm going to be turning 50 and I'm not doing the, oh shit, what am I doing with my life? I'm doing the, wow, just wow, I'm going to be 50. How the hell is that even possible? I do not even know. Age is absolutely a number. My parents have always been that way as well. It's just totally this weird number to me that it's like 50. What are you talking about? I'm still, my husband and I are still those stupid 17 and 18-year-olds. How can that be? That's just crazy weird. And looking back over the last decade and everything that I've learned, that's just all of that stuff, right? Let alone business is awesome. And I'm going to have to be making decisions with my time. We only have so much time. And we definitely only have so much time that we're productive. So I'm having to look at things and go, wow, I'm overwhelmed right now. I'm just going to say it. I am overwhelmed right now. I have a lot of stuff on my plate because I am going to be offline for 8 days. That means I have to get everything done before I leave. So my brain is trying to tell me that I have too much to do. And it's trying to say, we don't have time to get everything done and we'll never get everything done. And then it just starts building. The anxiety starts. In fact, after my shower, I did not put my CBD patch on. That would probably help me a little bit. But my brain just wants to go, screw everything. We're not doing anything. You don't have to do anything. It's okay. It's okay. Let's just go sit down. Let's just go and binge watch Bling Empire New York because that just launched. I think I'm on episode 3. Yeah, I did. I indulged in that because so it took me 3 hours to write an email, right? And now I'm in my office. I got my butt up and I'm like, okay, we're going to have to put our big girl panties on and we're going to have to go make things happen. Because my brain's just like, there's too much to do. 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 And it's just like repeating that over and over again. It's almost going into, we don't know what to do. There's so much to do. We don't know what to do. And that's bullshit. I do know what to do. And I do know how to break down my list and just start with the small stuff. Hence why I knew that I had to sit down and I had to record. I'm like, what am I going to do? Put it off for tomorrow when I have 5 sessions of Zoom? Is that going to be more energy? Or am I going to put it off until Wednesday? And then my team that does my podcast for me, I'm inconveniencing them and changing their schedule. That's rude. No. So I had to put my boss hat on and just tell myself, this is what you have to get done. Go do this. And then we were going to sit down with the Post-it note and we're going to write down the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. 3 things, Val. You know better. I do know better. I know that I did not do my planning on Friday. I worked over the weekend and I didn't do any planning yesterday. So I'm recording on Monday. I didn't do any planning yesterday of, okay, these are the 3 things that you're going to get done. You know what happens when I do that? What happens when you don't plan? Is it the same boat? Same boat? Are you in the same boat with me? Because I'm sitting here going, bah! As if I don't know what needs to get done. And that's ridiculous. I do know what needs to get done. Now, part of this overwhelm that I wanted to talk about is it really happened last week. I had somebody hit me up asking me questions about something. And so then I immediately went to my site to go update sales page, update system, update this, update that. I had a sale of an older workshop that had not been updated. And so I sat down on that after that sale went through and went, oh my God, this. I mean, I had to go in and I'm saying this is how my brain said, I had to go in and I had to go update the sales page, update the access page, update the autoresponders, go change codes for the upsell that was in there, change the wording on all of the stuff. So that was 2 things right there that were not on my list. Now, are you like me and you like to do this to cause chaos in your life? Is it better that those things got done? Potentially. Did they matter in the scheme of what I want done in the next week and a half? No. That is my brain trying to cause chaos and add more shit to my plate so that I can prove, look at, I had too much to get done and I didn't do all of this and I suck and I let people down and this is what I do. That is my brain self-sabotaging. So again, this is why I knew I had to come on here. I am in the middle of self-sabotage. And what a better time to talk to you about it than when I'm in the midst of it. It's my go-to. It's something I do work on. It's something that I see the flags so much quicker than I have ever seen them before. But it's still a go-to. So that means I have to deal with it. And the major way that I deal with it is I definitely pull out the Post-it notes and go through the list on there. What are my top priorities? What are my money tasks? What needs to happen to get me back on track? You know, like getting my email out, getting my ass off the couch and not watching Bling Empire, New York edition. I had to get up and move because I don't want to sit there for another 3 hours and do one more email. That would be a complete waste of energy and time. If I'm going to just go and watch Bling Empire, then I should just do some work and go and just sit and enjoy it and watch it and not pretend that I'm going to work at the same time. I know better than that. I absolutely know better than that. But I like to pretend and tell my brain, oh, we'll just sit here and work. My brain's like, yeah, we'll do that. We will absolutely do that. We can do that. Sit down. Let's watch TV. What else should we watch? Instead of like, okay, let's just get all of this stuff done, get it done in a few hours, and then we can go and enjoy it and not even have to have the laptop in our lap. So I am aware self-sabotage mode is engaged. I am not going to let it continue. I'm going to take control. I'm going to make my list. Like I said, I know what has to happen in the next, well, I will be working over the weekend again, but over the next 8 days, do I have 8 days? 8 days till I leave. I am working that morning of the first before we get on the plane, but not very much. So I do know what needs to happen, and I do know that I can get it done. I can get everything done that has to happen that I want to happen, but I have to prioritize that. I have to pay attention to where I'm allowing myself to just go waste time so that I don't know. I don't even know on this part. I would probably have to bring somebody in to analyze it for me. But, you know, the overwhelm and just creating the crap so that I'm like, look at, here's Val again, not getting her shit done. Val does get her shit done. But But that's an old story that I like to go back to, and I don't want that old story again. So pay attention. What are you doing? How are you sabotaging yourself? Is it procrastination? We like to label it all sorts of different things. Procrastination, self-sabotage. It's just the bullshit that we tell ourselves. Bullshit that we're telling ourselves. And sometimes it's not even that you're like hearing the sentences. Okay, so telling ourselves, for me, I used to just assume that everybody was like, they really did have a voice in their head that said, hey, let's just go and do this. I just assumed that's what telling yourself meant. That I'm like, well, but I don't do that. I don't ever hear that. So it's not so cut and dried for me, at least. I don't know. Maybe it is for you. Leave me a message if it is. That'd be cool. Let's talk about it. But for me, it's more of just it's okay kind of thing. I'm like, I'm going to go and do that. Thinking to myself, okay, well, I'm going to sit down and do this, and just like ignoring the voice in my head, really saying, girl, you can't. You're not going to sit and do that. You are lying to yourself if you say that you are going to sit here and get that done and watch this at the same time. So how are you? Are you overwhelmed? Are you sabotaging? I know it's not just me, and this is another reason why I had to come on here. I've got a few people, and it's very easy for me to coach right now while I'm in it because other people are in it as well. So I can pinpoint and go, okay, I'm seeing this flag. This is something that I do. I find myself doing, and can you take a look at it and see what's going on for you in that regard? What do you feel when you look at that? Let's type this out or let's talk this out. What are you feeling when you look at that? What's the vibe you're getting? Why do you think that is happening? Work through it. All right. So I hope if you have been feeling overwhelmed, and I know quite a few people, I don't know, we'll just keep talking. I swear to God, anytime anything is going wrong, it's like every 3 weeks we're in Mercury retrograde. It's like, come on, people. I get it, and I'm a woo, but we also need to take some fucking responsibility for ourselves. We can't just blame everything on the moon, on the stars, on other things. It's shit that we are bringing upon ourselves. That's part of the woo. We're bringing in more of what we are creating. So let's work on not creating the overwhelm and not self-sabotaging. Anybody that's woo is laughing at me. It's like, you can't use the word not. The universe doesn't hear words to not, no, all of that. So we need to create what we want, which is what I'm going to do. This is why I'm here talking to you, recording right now. I will create what I want more of. Podcast is always a priority. Love, love, love. Making sure that the podcast gets out. I will sit down and I will look at my list. I have a lot of stuff done. So what has to get done today? And what can I get done in the next couple of hours? Still have 2 hours. So take a look at where you're feeling overwhelmed. How big is your list right now? Has your list just become this ginormous brainstorming glop of information that you could possibly do with if you had every minute in the next 24 years to complete it? Talking from experience. I've got a ginormous brainstorm list going on that's sitting here staring at me. Multiple lists still sitting here staring at me that needs to get moved over to my brainstorm area, so it's just out of my face. So I know that that's part of creating my own chaos, is having all of these lists going, oh my God, look at all the things we have to do. We have to do all of this. And I don't. Most of the stuff on these lists is for later and not for today, not for tomorrow, not for my next week. So look at how you're assisting the chaos in your life. Look at how you are assisting the procrastination in your life. I'm all for the binge watching of movies and TV, which I want to do tonight after hubby gets home and we're going to make some homemade pizzas. I'm all up for that. I just don't want the other stuff on my brain or to pretend that I want to be fully there, I should say. That's what I want to be. I want to be fully working on my business, or I want to be fully not working on my business. And that's when I'm at my best. It's probably when you're at your best too, is when you get to just fully be connected in one or the other. Yeah, we're thinking about other stuff, of course. When I'm not working on my business, I am still thinking business. But I like the fact that I don't feel like I have to go and do stuff when I'm not working. So that's what I'm going to lean into. And the memory, I don't think it's the memory, the knowledge that when I get all of my to-do lists done, I'm going to enjoy 8 days of not being online. That's crazy. So this will be the last episode before I head out of town for my birthday, going to Vegas. I'm going to rock the hell out of turning 50, going to the Pro Bowl. So definitely follow me on Instagram if you are not already, because I am sure I will be posting up a storm there. As we eat our way all over the place, we're definitely going to go hit up a bunch of funky joints. Vegas is one of our favorite places. We don't gamble, but there's just so much to do and so much people watching. And Pro Bowl. Did I say the Pro Bowl? Did I mention we're going to the Pro Bowl? I love football. I'm a football whack job. I'm a football crazy girl. Mob Museum, Neon Museum, so much. We've got so much planned, and you're definitely going to want to check it out because I am excited for the room that we got downtown. So, I cannot believe last episode in my 40s. That's so weird. So weird. I'm going to totally be an old lady here soon. Officially, like a number says so. Anyways, all right. Thanks for being here. I hope that you are not in overwhelmed self-sabotage, procrastination mode. But if you are, please just grab a Post-it note and write down your 3 most important things that need to get done today and that you have time to do. So don't put down 3 things that you cannot possibly get done today. Put down 3 things that I call them must-dos. 3 things that must get done today, and you have the time to do it, and you will commit to doing it. I'll leave you with that. All right. I will chat at you later. Bye. Thanks for listening to Val Full Volume. If you are done spinning in circles and procrastinating, check out my quick workshop, 14 Biz Actions. Action creates change. Now go out there and create the biz of your dreams.